සුබ උදැසනක්. 13 වසරක පාසල් දිවිය සාර්ථකව අවසන් කර නව බලාපොරොත්තු ගොන්නක් සමගින් තම ජීවිතයේ තවත් වැදගත් සම්දිස්ථානයක් අභියස සිටින දයාබර ඔබ සියලු දෙනාම මෙම අවස්ථාවට බොහොමත් ආදරෙන් යුතුව පිළිගනු ලබනවා. මේ එක්ව සිටින්නේ කොළඹ විශ්වවිද්‍යාලීය විද්‍යාපීඨයේ 2022-2023 අධ්‍යයන වර්ෂයේ නවක සිසු සිසුවියන් පිළිගැනීමේ උත්සවයේ ෆොස් මීඩියා සජීව විකාශයත් සමගින්.
A very good morning to all. The orientation program for the new intake is brought to you live by FOSS Media, the official media unit of University of Colombo, Faculty of Science. Before commencing today's program, I would like to add warm wishes as you start a new journey in your life. Hereby, we commence the online orientation program of the University of Colombo, Faculty of Science.
ප්‍රථමයෙන් මෙම අවස්ථාව ආමන්ත්‍රණය සඳහා මාගේ ගෞරවනීය ආරාධනය කොළඹ විශ්වවිද්‍යාලීය විද්‍යාපීඨයේ පීඨාධිපති ජ්‍යෙෂ්ඨ මහාචාර්ය උපුල් සොන්නාදර මැතිතුමනි ඔබතුමන්ටයි.
So without further ado, I'd like to invite Senior Professor Upul J. Sonnadara, the Dean of the Faculty of Science, University of Colombo. Sir, over to you.
How do I get the presentation? Good morning. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the Faculty of Science, University of Colombo. My name is Upul Sonnadara. I'm the Dean of the Faculty of Science. I have a couple of slides here. So what I thought I will discuss with you a few things that are important to you to know at the beginning. With me for today's discussion, we have senior academics and our SAR and some of the heads of departments participating in this discussion today. End of the program, we have a discussion session, so you are welcome to ask any questions you have. First of all, I would like to say that if you look at the University of Colombo Faculty of Science, today it is the best faculty to earn a science degree in Sri Lanka. If you look at the UGC statistics, you will find that the students having highest ESET scores are normally admitted to the faculty here. A-level is a difficult exam, and we know that you have done well. If you are here, you have done well in the exam. So if you do not have a placement to one of the state universities, you are supposed to, you can get a degree today, but you have to pay for your education. So let me congratulate all the students and also the parents, because we know that very often parents are behind students, encouraging for your education. So I should congratulate both students and parents for your achievements. Then I will talk a little bit about the future. Today, the standard is if you want to get a decent job, you need to have a degree qualification. So that's becoming a must for some jobs. And also you will find that if you have a degree, then only you can start planning for your future like masters or higher studies like PhD programs. Definitely if you have a degree from Colombo, that can help you quite a bit, and you can get advantage when you face an interview. So our curriculum is quite diverse, and we have looked at the industry requirement. Especially local and foreign jobs also you can apply, especially those who do a 4-year degree here, research degrees, they apply for higher studies. So you can get a placement there. We also look at developing soft skills. So we have a number of initiatives here. So you can actually develop your soft skills which are required for when you try to find a job. So basically what I'm trying to say is that we are giving a lot of opportunities, and this is you can use this as a stepping stone to build your career. These are some of the things you should know. Now, students come into Faculty of Science. They are coming from diverse background, different parts in the island, plus their economic conditions are different. But some of the friends you make here when you come here, they can become your lifelong friends. Only issue is that you are over 18 years old, but you are still a young adult. When I say young adult, what I mean is that you are an adult, but not having experience. So you need to be careful. Some of the experience you will actually gain here. You will be away from your home environment, some of you, especially if you are in hostels, and then your closest associates will be your friends. So some of the things you will expose in Colombo, if you are coming from a rural area, you have to be careful. Especially, we don't have a major issue in the science faculty, but you may have seen various news about drugs, so you need to be aware about those things. So as faculty members, we will do our best to help the students, and also I believe the parents also need to support students at this point until they get used to the university environment. We have a lot of student support mechanism, but of course the Faculty of Science, we don't handle it directly. We have a student welfare branch to handle it. If you need a hostel, you need to apply for it, but because we have limited number, we may not get, you may not get a hostel facility, then you have to find a private accommodation. There are a lot of social programs we have that we can give partial support for finances. There are scholarships and bursaries available. You should know about these things. And if you need help, you need to contact the Dean's office. And also we have set up a help desk where you can send an email and tell your problem so that we can look into that. About IT and English, today we use a lot of modern technology in our teaching and learning process. So English is a must. Especially if you are studying sciences, you need to know your language. So those who are weak in English, we have a set of programs that you can use to improve your English. And I would say that even purchasing a laptop, you can consider it as an investment. So those are important. Also, we have in the Faculty of Science, computer as a subject we offer. So you can learn a lot of computing here, and that is also important today. If I come back about the faculty, as you know, we have roots going back to 100 years to the formation of Ceylon University College in 1921. This particular faculty was established in 1942. That was, I think, second faculty was in Peradeniya 20 years after that. And some of the information about the faculty I have given here. So we have quite a large faculty. We offer 3 and 4 year degree programs. And we have 7 departments of studies. You can see mathematics, physics, statistics, chemistry, plant science, and zoology, and also nuclear science. So you can get to know about the program we offer from our director of studies. That discussion will come later. This is the plan we have. This week we have research for orientation program. May 29th, we have the official inauguration program. Then we are planning to start conducting academic activities from May 30th. Our semester is 15 weeks long, followed by examination and vacation. Timetable for semester 1, we will make it available during this week. But remember, large classes, we may have to conduct online, so we will allocate a day for that. And you are expected to register for your courses by May 29. So let me wish you all the very best for your studies in Colombo. Thank you.
බෙහෙවින්ම ස්තුතියි ඔබතුමන්ට. මීළඟට මා ආරාධනා කර සිටිනවා කොළඹ විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයේ ප්‍රධාන ශිෂ්‍ය අනුශාසක වශයෙන් කටයුතු කරන ආචාර්ය ජී.ආර්.පී. සිල්වා මැතිතුමනි ඔබතුමන්ට.
Next, we'd like to invite the Senior Student Councillor of University of Colombo, Dr. G.R.P. Silva, sir. Sir, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much for your invitation. And on behalf of Senior Student Councillor's Office, with all our student councillors representing all the faculties of the university, we would like to welcome you all to University of Colombo, the #1 university in Sri Lanka, as well as long-standing history-driven faculty of science. And also, this is a very much a memorable day for you all, as well as your parents. I think, now this particular relationship not going to end. It will be running further for 4 years or 3 years during this particular period, which I'm specifically saying, all the parents need to take care of their students, even though, they are with us. You have to be alert on them, like what is going on and everything that we'll be updating, and you have to be with us. Today's discussion, I would like to share a couple of information which I believe is very important for you all. First of all, from today, with this inauguration as well as with your registration, now you are a member of this University of Colombo family, which means you are an ambassador now who is carrying the University of Colombo name to the world. Therefore, you have to do everything within the guidelines of University of Colombo, giving so much of respect for our image and everything. Why I'm saying it, as a state university, we have different kind of rules, regulations, norms, and best practices. Then from today, you can visit our website, as well as you can gather a lot of information through online, as well as with your seniors, with your friends and colleagues, and especially staff and faculty student counselors. Why? Because, there are certain disciplines you have to comply with. Reason, whatever the background that you have, you are another student to us. Then we are absolutely consistent on all these different scenarios in terms of disciplinary concerns and everything. Therefore, you have to comply with our standards to be in this particular family. Apart from that, there are certain concerns in terms of your attendance, your registration, use of library, and how you should behave, and different clubs, because we have Leo Club, we have Rotaract Club, and there are different clubs and all, just to develop your leadership skills, maybe communication, soft skills, and everything. Apart from that, faculty-driven career guidance unit, as well as university-based career guidance unit, and there are ample amount of facilities where that you can enjoy all of them. And especially as Senior Student Counselor's Office, we'll be providing you maximum support whenever you are required in terms of your mental consideration and mental support, as well as any other medical support as well. Because taking up studies in a university is not easy. Why? Because now you are directly approaching from your A-levels and school education, and that system as well as university education is different. Now here, you have to drive yourself, you have to motivate yourself, and you have to take up own challenges. Therefore, if you need any kind of a support, you can always visit our website, or else you can contact us anytime. I would like to say, first of all, you can contact your faculty, as Dean sir mentioned, because within the faculty it is much more easier, and you have a faculty-driven student counselor, permanent student counselor, as well as each and every department there are student counselors as well. then you'll be getting all these information with your handbook. You can just go through with it and you can be familiar with. In case, wherever you are, if you have a concern, you can always contact us on 070-2211-311. I'll read out again, 070-2211-311. I mean, this number is available for you 24/7. If you have any concerns, you can always contact us regarding any type of issue anywhere. Thank you so much, and many congratulations and good luck for your future. Thank you.
බෙහෙවින්ම ස්තුතියි ඔබතුමන්ට. අද දිනේ මීළඟ පියවරට මත්තෙන් මෙම YouTube පිටුවේහි කමෙන්ට් සෙක්ෂන් එක හරහා ඔබ වෙත ලබා දී ඇති Google Form සැබැඳිය එසේත් නැතිනම් Google Form link එක භාවිතා කර ඔබ සතු ඕනෑම ගැටලුවක් අප වෙත යොමු කරන මෙන් කාරුණිකව මතක් කර සිටිනවා.
If you have any concerns, please feel free to upload it to the Google form that has been uploaded to the description box of the live session.
මීළඟට මාගේ ගෞරවනීය ආරාධනය කොළඹ විශ්වවිද්‍යාලීය විද්‍යාපීඨයේ නිත්‍ය ශිෂ්‍ය අනුශාසක වශයෙන් කටයුතු කරන ආචාර්ය රුෂාන් අබේගුණවර්ධන මැතිතුමනි ඔබතුමන්ටයි.
Next, we cordially invite the Permanent Student Councillor of University of Colombo, Dr. Rushan Abegunawardana. Sir, over to you.
Good morning, everyone. It's my great pleasure to welcome you to the Faculty of Science. I want to make a small correction. Now, from the very recently, we changed the Permanent Student Councillor. Now, your Permanent Student Councillor is a Professor Sampath Senaviratne. Today, he's not here. So, I will give some messages, something I want to explain to you. And I want to say is, how can you adjust to the university system and to the University of Colombo and Faculty of Science. We know that our deans and also senior student councillor, they mentioned that this is the oldest university in Sri Lanka. And this is the best faculty of science in Sri Lanka. So you are in that best faculty. And remember that you spend about 13 years education in your school. Now you have to change your life to the university life. We know that during last 2 years from the beginning of 2020, that means 20, 21 and 22, we have struggled with the many things in the country, COVID-19, and due to these many reasons, your A-level examinations was delayed, and you did your A-level examination with very difficult way. We know that one. You spend about more than 2 years to did your A-level. And now we try on our best to adjust you to the University of Colombo academic life. So what do you have to do? And what is the university? What is the science faculty? What we can do? In the science faculty, there are student councillors. We have 10 student councillors, permanent student councillor, Professor Sampath Senaviratne, and there are 7 departments in the faculty, and from all these departments, we have at least 1 member as a student councillor. So, what the role of the student councillor? Student councillors, they will help to the students to continue their academic life smoothly. As a young adults, as Dean Sir mentioned, young adults, you may have a lot of issues, lot of problems during your life. If you categorize these things, you may have some academic problems. Sometimes you may have some financial problems. Sometimes you may have some psychological problems. Sometimes you may have some problems from your colleagues or other friends. So when we consider the academic problems, so this is a time you have to change your life. Because in the school time, usually you go to the school and then you go to the classroom, and the teachers will come to the classroom and they teach. From 7:30 to 1:30, you are in a one classroom. But university, you have a different lecture halls, you have lectures in the different places, one after the other lecture, you have to run to the next lecture. So that cultural and the clear difference in the school and university. So don't think about you have to go to one classroom and then you have to stay from in the morning to evening and the lecturers will come and do teaching. So when you do these kind of things, and also you have a different friends, and sometimes you did your A-level and whole school education in Sinhala medium or Tamil medium, but here you have to change that one to the English medium. So therefore, there may be a lot of issues when you are going to catch some academic works. Then what do you have to do? You have to give your full attention to complete and follow this degree in successful. But if you face some difficulties and if you face some kind of issues, how to catch my lectures, I can't understand these things, what I have to do, better to talk to your lecturers first. Or if you feel that that is not enough, then you can come to us, student counselors. So we can help you. How can we overcome these kind of problems? Sometimes you may have some financial issues, but if you cannot manage these things, again you can come to us, and we have a help desk. You can write to the help desk. That help desk, we can help you. And as a student counselors, we can find some ways to help you. And as I mentioned, another category is psychological problems. Psychological problems occurred due to many reasons. Sometimes this may be the first time you may stay at away from your home, away from your parents and sisters. If you are living very far away, say Batiklo, Trinco, Kandy, Hambantota, Jaffna, or very far away, you can't travel daily to the University of Colombo. So then you have to come to the Colombo and you have to settle down. That means you have to board it, or you have to stay at the hostels if you get a hostel. So then there may be some issues to manage your life because you have to stay away from your home. And remember that in the University of Colombo, we have a limited hostel facilities. We'll try to accommodate the maximum number of students with our limited hostel facilities, because University of Colombo is a city campus or city university, the Colombo main city in Colombo 7. So it's very expensive and it's not easy to find the boarding places and other places. And when you come to the University of Colombo, again, next thing, you have to manage your life and you have to settle with the Colombo style. Because when we consider some other universities, they are located in some villages. So you can find some meals and you can find some accommodation for a cheap price. But here, in the Colombo University, because this is located in the Colombo 7, it's a very expensive land area and we have a limited space. Therefore, sometimes your hostel and the boarding place may be about 10-15 kilometers away. And Colombo City, you know that there's a huge traffic jams. So you want to face these kind of new problems. Sometimes you may never face this kind of problems. We can't stop, as a student counselors, we can't stop the traffic jam. And we can't provide the hostel or the boarding place to you. But you want to understand the situation in University of Colombo. And also you can meet new friends. Sometimes you may study boys' school or girls' school or convent. But when you come to the university, so you have to work with the opposite gender. The male, we don't have a separation for the male and females, right? All the lectures, you have to do work with the same with others, and also the different people may come from the very different areas in the country. They may have different attitudes. Sometimes they may not. You may feel that their attitudes are not good to you. Then you have to think about how can you find a new friends. That's a very important. If you cannot find good friends and the new friends, and if you cannot adjust with these things, then sometimes it may be difficulties to complete your degree. So every time, as a student counselors, we will help you to overcome many issues, many problems. You can talk. And the problem is, sometimes when you come to the university, you may feel that you don't have any person to talk. But as a student counselors, we are always available. You can talk to us, including our permanent student counselor and senior student counselor's office also providing many facilities. Then you can use all these facilities. Yes, I think these are the things that I want to mention about our student counselors. And I wish you all the best to success of your life. And also I wish you all the best to complete your degree in the best way. Thank you very much.
බෙහෙවින්ම ස්තුතියි ඔබතුමන්ට. මීළඟට නවක ඔබ ඇමතීම සඳහා මාගේ මේ ආරාධනය ජ්‍යෙෂ්ඨ සහකාර ලේකකාධිකාරී පී.කේ.එස්.කේ. සෙනවිරත්න මහත්මියනි ඔබතුමියන්ටයි.
Next, we'd like to invite the Senior Assistant Registrar of Faculty of Science, Mrs. P.K.S.K. Seneviratna. Madam, over to you.
Good morning. First of all, on behalf of the Faculty of Science, I would like to Good morning. On behalf of the Faculty of Science, I would like to extend my warmest welcome to all of you to the Faculty of Science. So I am Kumar Seneviratna, serves as the Senior Assistant Registrar of the Faculty of Science. And today I am here to briefly explain administrative functions handled by the Office of the Dean and several other divisions of the University of Colombo. So these are the main functions we handle at the Dean's office in addition to the other administrative works. Renewal of student registration, semester examinations, matters pertaining to the examination matters, submission of medical certificates, and issuance of various types of letters. So I will briefly explain one by one. And when it comes to the renewal of student registration, at the beginning of each academic year, we call applications for student renewal of registrations. So the process will be started at the beginning of the first semester. So we display notices on our website as well as the faculty notice boards. So you can apply for the registration through the student information systems, and it will be done through the registration will be done through the student information systems. And once the registration is over, you are not permitted to change your subject or subject courses. And but we will give a chance to revise your course registrations at the second semester, first 2 weeks of the second semester. And the Dean's office also handles several examination related matters. Here we also you have to register for the examinations, for examinations each semester, and it is also done through the student information systems. And Dean's office engage in the preparation of examination timetables, and it will display on faculty notice boards as well as faculty website. So 2 weeks prior to the examinations. And also we issue admissions cards, and admission cards are available in the dean's office, and you can collect your admissions cards 1 week prior to the examinations. So here I want to emphasize that please collect your admission cards without delay, because it will make unnecessary issues when it comes to the last moments. And another important matter is medical certificates. If you fail to set for the examinations due to poor health conditions, you have to report for the university medical officer, and he will examine you and issue medical certificates. These are the medical certificates faculty accepted. This should be issued only university medical officer or a DMO or a GMO or a private registered medical practitioner. In such case, the leave should be less than 5 days. And all the medical certificates other than the university medical officer will be forwarded to the university medical officer for his approval. And if you have failed to set for the theory exams, there are 2 steps you have to follow. You have to submit your medical certificate along with the application. This application is available in the dean's office. Should have to submit to the university health center. Other than that, you have to update the SIS as well. And practical examinations, you have to follow the step 1, and once the medical certificate is approved by the university medical officer, it should have to be handed over to the relevant head of the department. So I must say that you have to strictly adhere to the guidelines which are available in the faculty handbook. Please go through the handbook for further details. Medical officer may be appoint or arrange medical boards if he need further investigations on the request of a submit by the student. And student confirmation letters of medium of instructions, laptop loan related letters, visa purpose letters, and progress letters with regard to the scholarships. These are the types of letters issued by the dean's office. So these are the main several student matters handled by the dean's office. Other than the dean's office, I have selected several divisions of the university for further information, for your further information. And welfare division is responsible. It is located in the college house, and it is responsible for the welfare of all the students of the University of Colombo. I have selected several important matters for you for your awareness. Mahapola, this scholarship is provided by the Mahapola Trust Fund, and students are selected by the UGC according to the selections criteria. And selected students will be informed to the Mahapola Trust Fund for payment. And you must be vigilant on the collection of your certificate of awards at the award ceremony, because unless otherwise your scholarship will be cancelled. When it comes to bursaries, it is given by the university and for the needy students, and I think you have already got the applications and at the registration. and you have to submit your applications along with the relevant correspondence to the Students Welfare Division. And it is monthly payment is 4,000, and 10 installments per academic year will be given. And if you are a bursary recipient selected for a Mahapola scholarship, then your bursary payment will be disconnected and Mahapola payment will be started. So and you have chance to appeal for the bursaries as well when the when your parents' income change due to retirement, deaths and pension, etc. Hostel facilities. This is the most burden problem in the University of Colombo. University has several limited number of hostels, and they are, I think you have already we have already published the lists on our faculty website, the selected students, and I am going to describe the two officers mainly function in the hostels, the warden and the sub-warden. Wardens are mainly selected from the senior members of the academic staff, and they are responsible only for the disciplinary matters. And sub-wardens are full-time officers, and they are located in each hostel, and they engage in all matters related to the residential issues. And laptop loan. This is another important matter, I think. This is interest-free loan given by the government, and up to 75,000 rupees. So if you are willing to apply for the laptop loan, you have to submit the this quotation obtained from the recommended companies by the Minister of Education, and specification and a letter obtained from the SAR office. To the those letters should be submitted to the Welfare Division for their recommendation. And apart from that, I have selected Health Center and the Marshal Office for your information. Marshal Office, there are male and female marshal officers in the Marshal Office, and they mainly assist the authorities to maintain safety and discipline of the students within the university. And they also intervene in the misconduct and indisciplines within the university and as well as hostels. And also they issue identity cards for each and every student of the university. And health center, these are the services they offer: conducting medical examinations, administering of vaccinations, medical counseling, laboratory testing, etc. So this is my presentation. Before wind up my presentation, I would like to emphasize two things, two important things that you have to follow during your university life. The first one is, please check your emails and browse the faculty website, because we always communicate with you through emails and faculty website. And the other one is, please adhere to the deadlines we have the faculty imposed, because to avoid unnecessary delays. So I wish you all the very best and successful university life year ahead. Thank you.
ස්තුතියි ඔබතුමියන්ට. මාගේ මීළඟ ගෞරවනීය ආරාධනය කොළඹ විශ්වවිද්‍යාලීය විද්‍යාපීඨයේ උපාධි පාඨමාලා අධ්‍යක්ෂිකා වශයෙන් කටයුතු කරන ආචාර්ය MDT අට්ටියගල්ල මැතිණියනි ඔබතුමියන්ටයි.
Next, we'd like to invite the Director of the Undergraduate Studies of the University of Colombo, Faculty of Science, Dr. MDT Attiyagalla. Madam, over to you.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Congratulations once again for you being selected to the Faculty of Science of the University of Colombo. So this is a big achievement to all of you, and it's not only an achievement. I think this is the time that you are going to mold yourself to learn. Educate yourself on various subjects, as well as mold yourself to become a good citizen of this country. So I would advise you to take the maximum benefit of this time duration and do the best to achieve greater heights. So my task is for you to today is to talk a bit about the programs. And introduce certain aspects which are related to the degree programs. By the way, I'm Dr. Dilhari Attigala. Currently, I'm serving as the Director of Undergraduate Studies. So you can get in touch with me through email. The website will tell you the contact email address, even during the programs. Okay, you have to go through the handbook. The handbook is uploaded to the website, and all information that are needed for your degree programs, other rules and certain regulations that you need to follow during your study program is in this handbook. Right? You have to go through the entire handbook and be aware of certain things. I know that you are not going to absorb everything in my presentation. I'm going to just guide you through the handbook for you to understand what kind of information is available in the handbook. Okay? Initially, you will have the vision, mission, honor code, and an introduction to the faculty. Right? I'm not going to go into detail because it's just that you need to read them and understand. So, as most of our speakers said, the difference of university education is that you have to take some responsibility of yourself and your education as well, right? Apart from performing well at exams. So please go through the handbook. The cover page looks like this, the 2022-23 handbook. And if you have any queries, you can always get in touch with the academic mentors of the departments to get more advice. So firstly, vision, mission, honor code. And there are 4 degree intakes coming into this faculty: bioscience, biochemistry and molecular biology stream, physical science, and industrial statistics and mathematical finance. Right? These are the 4 entries, and I'm sure you're all aware the path that you have entered into the Faculty of Science. Okay? So if you consider the degree programs, there are 3 main types of degree programs. One is the BSc degree, 3 years. Then we have 2 different honors degree programs, each of which take 4 years of duration. One is the honors degree research oriented, the other is honors degree industry oriented. Okay? So basically there will be 3 degree programs running in the faculty. So all degree programs are conducted in the English medium only. Okay? This is very important, and I think it is a very good opportunity for you to polish up their English language also during the undergraduate program. There are various English courses conducted as EC courses, and at the introductory level and also level 1 and level 2. Please follow them very well, because all lecture material and the lectures are conducted in English. Lecture material are also in the English language. I think it's a benefit for all of you to learn the language, because that's a global language, and it will help you to get into a good job once you're graduated. Okay. So the maximum, we have 4 levels: level 1, level 2, 3, and 4. Right? First year, second year, third year, fourth year. We call them levels. And the maximum period that you are considered as an undergraduate is 6 academic years or 12 semesters. You have already registered. From the day of registration, after 6 years, your registration will get cancelled. Actually, 6 years is too much. You should technically be done either in 3 years or 4 years. Okay? That's how we have planned the programs. So structure is usually 2 semesters. Each semester is broken into 2 halves, usually 7 plus 8 or 8 plus 7, the 15 weeks that we have for a semester. And we usually have a 1-week break in the middle of the semester. Okay, that doesn't mean it is a holiday. There are certain things happening, but this is the general structure we follow. So the main subjects offered by the departments. We have 7 departments, okay, and 15 main subjects, okay, that are conducted by these 7 departments. So Department of Chemistry will have CH, chemistry, biochemistry, molecular biology. These are the 3 main subjects that they offer their courses. Department of Mathematics will have applied mathematics, pure mathematics, financial mathematics, and management science. Department of Nuclear Science will have nuclear science as a subject. Department Physics will have physics. The Department of Plant Sciences will have plant science courses. Department of Statistics will have statistics, industrial statistics, management science, and data science. Department of Zoology and Environmental Science will have zoology and environmental science. We also have some CS courses which are offered by the UCSC. You will get to know about these when you study your course structures. So we have different types of course units. Refer to page 6 of your handbook. This is actually a snapshot of the handbook that I'm just doing. I know you can't absorb everything that I'm going to say, so I'm just going to run through some important aspects that are in the faculty handbook. So we have course units under each subject. Some of them are academic course units and some of them are enhancement course units. Okay? So when you focus on academic course units, there are compulsory courses, core courses, and elective courses. Okay? So compulsory courses gives you the basic and essential knowledge in the subject that you are going to do. Okay? So core courses, it's a basic knowledge in a particular subject. And electives, there are some elective subjects that you need to choose to fulfill your credit requirements of the your degree program. Okay? So details are all in the handbook. Please go through them carefully. And course units and codes are numbered. Okay? So the 1000 range starting from digit 1 is for level 1, 2000 range is for level 2, 3000 is, and so on and so forth, right? So that's the style. Course credits, there is a credit system of each course, right? So the minimum credit value of a course is 1 credit, okay? And the maximum credit value of a course is 8 credits. And there are 2 credit courses, 3 credit courses, depending on the subject and the knowledge that we want to give under each of these subjects. So the credit value, 1 credit, is equivalent to 15 lecture hours or 30 practical hours. That's how the credit system is organized. And there is also credit requirement for the degree program, right? You need to have a credit requirement to the degree program. Each level, you're supposed to do a minimum of 30 academic credits, right? Maximum can go on to 33, depending on the subject choices you make, okay? And in addition, you need to complete certain enhancement courses worth 4 credits, which is also a requirement for you to take the degree, apart from the academic credits, right? So to complete a 3-year degree, you need to do a minimum of 90 academic credits. That means 30 credits each year for 3 consecutive years. And to complete a 4-year degree, you need to complete a minimum of 120 credits, a maximum of 132. Okay? All right, so if I explain about a 3-year degree, 30 plus 30 plus 30 adds up to 90, and 4 enhancement credits. And then, of course, the GPA also will matter. That's where you qualify to get a 3-year degree. Similarly, for a 4-year degree, 30 plus 30 plus 30 plus 30, 120 altogether, and plus 4 enhancement courses to get the 4-year degree. Registration course, of courses, as you know, there are 4 streams. Ms. Kumari has already told you the process of registration. I'm not going to talk about that. So if you take the biological sciences stream, it is just one combination. For biochemistry and molecular biology stream, one combination. For physical sciences, you will have 6 combinations: P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, and P6. Okay? So each of those combinations will be a specific subject combination, certain subject combinations. And industrial statistics and mathematical finance stream is also one stream. About registration of courses in level 1, I'm not going to talk about these things in detail. You have to refer to your handbook. I don't know whether you have already gone through the handbook. By now, you should have been, you have some knowledge about the handbook. There are 3 main subjects for biological sciences stream: plant sciences, chemistry, and zoology are the 3 main subjects for the biology stream. Computer science or nuclear science can be selected as the main subject. So there are multiple subjects falling under CS and nuclear science. You need to select one of the 2 subjects, either CS or NS. And from each main subject, a minimum of 6 to 7 co-credits must be taken. All these details are there in Annex 4 of page 122 of the handbook, right? So similarly, for bioscience and molecular bioscience, you have to refer to Annex 4, level 1, and there are 7 main subjects: BT, CH, ZL, EN, AM, CS, and NS. There are also compulsory courses which are marked by a box, little black box in your in the handbook. And the cross is for core courses, and a little 0 or a O sign will be for the optional or the elective courses. Okay. So physical sciences, we have 6 different combinations that are formed by different combinations of main subjects. Subjects are applied maths, physics, chemistry, computer science or nuclear science, and stats. So each combination will have a set of certain main subjects in that. So you can select the subject combination that you need to follow and apply. So the physical sciences also, there are 6 main subjects: PH, CH, AM, ST, PM, CS or NS. Notice CS or NS because you can choose only one of them. So as before, AM are compulsory courses marked in a box with a little black box, must be taken, and follow the course structure, and you will learn the style. What you have to remember is the box are compulsory courses, cross is for core courses, and the O sign is for optional courses. Okay. Industrial statistics and mathematical finance, also it's a different stream. So again, go through Annex 8 and follow the structure as before. And important notes, your course registration period, you need to be aware of these facts because these are some of the problems that we have faced with students because they have not followed the instructions given. So you have to be aware of, as the SAR mentioned, you have to be aware of the website where the notices come in, and also your learning management system and the SIS. You have to be always interact with these three information systems because that is where the notifications are coming in. And so begins 1 week before the start of the first semester. So registration has to be done beforehand. I think you will be given an awareness on how to register and so on. And it will continue throughout the first 2 weeks of the semester. But when you register, you have to register for all the courses throughout the academic year to fulfill a minimum of 30 credits, going up to a maximum of 33. Okay? So you need to, there will be nobody to coming behind you to tell these things. So be friends with, communicate with your own batchmates to be, for them, so that they themselves can remind you all. And please do this on task, because then after the period is over, the system will get locked and you will not be able to register, right? Then you will have to write letters, go through many meetings, and it will be a very cumbersome process, okay? So the SIS is where you have to register for courses. And there we have in the faculty we have something called the add-drop period. This is very important. We allow students to do some changes to the registered courses, but you have to do them within the period that are given, right? So if this is the add-drop period and we give like 2 weeks or a week, you have to do whatever changes you need to do within that period, okay? And no further changes are going to be permitted outside the given period, okay? Obviously, attending classes, either online or physical, whichever way that is arranged for you is very important. University is not like a tuition class or an online program. You have to mingle with the other students, the community and the university and the staff as well, if you want to do well in your programs. And for courses with practicals, 80% attendance will be checked, right? So we can't, apply rules and punish you if you're not attending lectures. That won't be done in the university system, but the staff strongly advise you to attend all lectures and practical classes if you want to do well, perform well in the courses. So, okay, so some of these things I'm going to skip because I think you need to read the faculty handbook and be ready. So the grading system is also given in the handbook, how you get the grading system. So please be aware of it, because you need to, you cannot fail in many courses. So pass mark is actually 40. If you get a 40 or above, that means you get a C grade or a higher grade. So enhancement courses are graded in a different way. You get a like an achievement grade. You get honors, merit, satisfactory, unsatisfactory, or withdrawal. And S grade, satisfactory or above, you need to get satisfactory or higher grade, higher level for you to get the 4 credits requirement for your degree, right? So don't neglect on the enhancement courses also. You have to, because that is a partial requirement for your degree program. So progression to the next level. You can't just go from one level to another level, okay? You need to get, each level you need to get 30. Out of the 30, you need to get a minimum of C grades or better for you to move to the level, next level, okay? If you don't achieve this, you need to stay in level 1, and what would happen is you will, your batch will move forward, but you will have to stay as a repeat kind of a student. You can't move to the second level, okay? So, and so this is very important. Sometimes students neglect this issue, and when they realize they can't move to the higher level, they get very upset. But the system is only asking 15 C grades out of 30, which is, I think, quite generous for you to move to the next level, okay? So you will not be, the system will stop you being registered for the next level if you have if you have not achieved this requirement. Repeating exams, okay? You can repeat an exam if you have gotten a C grade, below a C grade, okay? It's not a requirement for you to repeat, but you're allowed to repeat and improve your grade, okay? But you're not going to, you can't be repeating many times. You have to repeat one. First thing is you have to repeat the immediate next available opportunity. The other one is you have a repeat chance, just 2 repeat chances for each subject. Medical certificates, I don't want to talk about medical certificates because the Sarah Madam spoke to you about it. So the maximum period allowed to complete both 3 and 4-year degree programs is 12 semesters, as you said. So it is good if you can just move with the batch and somehow achieve this level. The GPA, we have the grade point average mechanism, which is calculated according to the achievement, right? It's a calculation. I'm sure your math is good enough to go through that and understand how the calculation is done. And once you get the grades, you can calculate your own GPA. So this is how the levels go. And we have different honors degree programs, right? After the first 2 years of study in the Faculty of Science, you may be selected for honors degree programs depending on the achievements, right? How you have done, performed in the levels 1 and 2. Okay? So all 7 departments have their own honors degree programs. You can go through them. Depending on the courses and the stream that you entered in, you're entitled to follow certain honors degree programs, right? So the eligibility criteria for each of these honors degree programs are listed in the handbook. Again, you need to definitely go through your handbook these days in your spare time. Please spend a good few days to understand your handbook, and if there's any issue that it's not clear to you, please come and meet us and we will explain. So there are also, as I said, there are industry-oriented degree programs, again, offered by each department. And for the industry level degree programs, you need to achieve a minimum of 2.5 GPA to get eligible, right? Then once you are eligible, depending on your performance on merit system, you will be able to do the program that you wish to. Sometimes you will not be able to do the program that you wanted to do, but you will have second, third, and fourth choices, as you did in the UGC, entrance form, right? Something similar. So the degree programs, the honors degree programs, are coordinated by each department in various ways. So there are many. These are the details of the industry-oriented degree programs. You will also get the opportunity to do some industry training component in the industry-oriented degree programs, which will be arranged by the Faculty of Science and the Career Guidance Unit. Then there are also degree awarding criteria which you have to know from day one. You can't wait in the last minute and achieve these levels. You need to follow these criteria and work towards this. There are classes that you can achieve, first class, second class, which will depend on your career. And also there are medals, prizes, and scholarships also. Those things, information are there later on in pages 28 to 30. A list of academic advisors are also in the page, the handbook. You can get in touch with them very easily and solve your problems, as you don't wait till the last moment. Please Faculty of Science, we are a very friendly faculty. You can always come to the Dean's office or the academic advisors, or just get in touch with me. We will try to help you as much as possible to resolve your problems. Don't wait till the last minute. Whichever problem you have, try to get in touch with some lecturer or some department, and they will do the best to support you to do this task. Okay, so what I have to say is, you enjoy the journey, right? Good luck.
බෙහෙවින්ම ස්තුතියි ඔබතුමියට. මෙම YouTube පිටුවෙහි කමෙන්ට් සෙක්ෂන් එක හරහා ඔබ වෙත ලබා දී ඇති Google Forms සැබැඳිය. එසේත් නැතිනම් Google Forms ලින්ක් එක භාවිතා කර ඔබ සතු ඕනෑම ගැටලුවක් අප වෙත යොමු කිරීමේ හැකියාව ඇති බව නැවතත් ඉතාමත් කාරුණිකව මතක් කර සිටිනවා.
If you have any questions or concerns regarding this session, please feel free to drop them in the Google form that has been uploaded to the chat box of the live session.
හොඳයි. එසේනම් අප දැන් යමු වෙමු අපගේ නවක ශිෂ්‍ය ශිෂ්‍යාවන් යොමු කර ඇති ගැටලු කිහිපයක් වෙත.
Now let's focus on to some questions that have been directed by the students of the new intake. The first question that we have received is, when will the 22-23 student handbook be available?
It's uploaded.
It has already been uploaded. The next question is, how can I improve my English knowledge in the university?
Is this on? I'll just check with it. Maybe I can.
Just answer it, that's all right.
Just check.
We had English placement test, so I assume that everyone has sat for that test. Then what we will do is we will categorize students based on their knowledge, based on that test marks, and then we will conduct classes. So if your knowledge is good enough, we can exam you immediately. Otherwise, we will have English classes, and we are planning to have those using Zoom. And maybe Hasini, you want to say anything about that? Or? Yeah, so we will communicate to you regarding English classes during the course of next week.
There are also easy courses during level 1 and level
2. Yeah, so there are courses
Called EC 1001.
So if you are not exempted, you are supposed to follow those courses. Then we will conduct the English classes based on that. So there are classes in the first year and there are classes in the second year as well, and they focus on different things like English language and then the spoken English, things like that.
Thank you, sir. The next question is, sir, how can we get to know about the laptop law?
I believe the forms are available on the website. So when you now 29th next Monday we are starting the physical you can come to the university. Then you can from the dean's office or website you can download the form, and you are supposed to fill it and hand it over to the dean's office. And one more thing I want to tell you that once you go through the orientation program this week, and UGC is still doing the selection for high options these days. But if you want to stay in Colombo, you need to remove the high options, because once the UGC upgrade you to a different option you have selected, you have to leave the University of Colombo and go for that option. So these days I got couple of requests whether they can stay in Colombo because they haven't removed it. But from next week onwards it's going to be difficult. Although you request to stay here, I may not be able to do that because UGC will send you to a different university. So if you want to stay in Colombo, those high options, you need to remove those now.
Thank you, sir. The next question is, a student had missed the selection program for the English program. So what is the procedure that they can follow?
Selection test, I
Believe. We are planning to conduct another test. Hiran, is it Thursday? Another date we will fix for the English test, and we will let you know. So those who have missed the English test, you can sit for that.
The next question is it capable of learning physics as a subject for a student who has selected for biological science?
There are things here, but at the moment, if you are doing biological sciences, you cannot do physics. In Colombo University, first 2 years, while following biological sciences, you cannot follow physics as a subject.
The next question is it compulsory to do all the core courses, or can we choose core courses that we like to complete among the 30 credits?
Yes, so core courses, yeah, you can choose, but compulsory courses you've got to do it. So there are, depending on the programs, course structure, there could be certain situations where there is a choice for core courses, okay? Not in all programs, but if there's a choice, you can choose, but compulsory, with a black box, you've got to do it, okay?
Yeah, if I elaborate a little bit more, you are supposed to register for 30 credits. So each subject you will find roughly 10 credits are offered. Out of that, maybe 6 to 7 are core courses. So you are supposed to select at least 3 subjects. So if you select, let's say, physics, chemistry and mathematics, then if you select all 10 from those 3 subjects, you complete 30, you cannot do any other subject. But if you select only core courses plus some enhancement courses, you can still do computer science as the 4th subject. So, but the mathematics for physical science is compulsory, core courses, so 6 credit will go for that, but then you have applied maths, yes. And then biological sciences also, there are some compulsory courses, so those you need to take, but you have a lot of freedom to select other subjects. But if you are selecting the subject, you are supposed to take core courses from that particular subject at least. I think Dr. Dillari already addressed it, but if you are selecting computer science as a subject, you cannot select nuclear science as a subject. So those two, we will have the lectures could be at the same time and the exams at the same time. So either you have to select nuclear science or computer science as a subject, if you are selecting one of those.
Next question is, will it be 4 times a week physical lectures and on Fridays online?
At the moment, we are organizing a timetable like that. 4 days we will have physical lectures for physical science student. Friday we will have online. That is because some of the lectures like mathematics, we do not have a classroom that we can accommodate all students. So one day we will try to allocate for online lectures for physical science, but biological sciences all 5 days physical.
The next question is, can I know the procedure in which the students are selected for the BSc Hons Molecular Biology and Biotechnology Industrial Oriented course? And do we receive an internship to work in an industry in that period?
Okay, so in the second year you get selected for all the honors programs in research oriented or industry oriented. Yes, you are getting industrial training if you are selected for the industry oriented degree, and you have to have a GPA of total GPA, cumulative GPA of 2.5 to get eligible. So selection criteria is based on your total weighted marks that you obtain. So that's how you get selected for the industrial oriented degree in biotechnology.
Again, when you are selecting courses, our advice is you look at some of the honors degrees we offer, industry oriented or research, because some of those programs we have requirements. So if you don't follow those courses in the first 2 years, you will not be eligible for those particular programs. So for example, if you are interested in, let's say, doing statistics special, then statistics special program, they have recommended that first 2 years you need to do statistics co-courses. They may have other requirements, so you need to follow those. So each of the special degrees you are interested in doing in the 3rd year and 4th year, you need to look at it now itself to decide courses that you need to take in the 1st and 2nd year.
Do we get a mentor to get help for choosing subject combinations according to our future targets?
We have all departments, we have academic advisors. So if you have any doubt, you can go and meet them, and that's in the handbook plus the web. You can find those information. So each department, either you can meet the head of the department or the academic advisor to get particular advice related to that subject. General advice you can meet always Director of Studies, Dr. Dillari here.
They will be talking to them.
Yes. Next 2 days, we have organized department sessions. So the subject you are interested, you need to follow those online program. They will explain how the special selection is done and also what courses you need to follow if you are interested in that particular subject. So we strongly encourage you to follow those tomorrow and day after tomorrow programs.
Moving on to the next question. According to my results, I'm selected to the biological stream, but I'm interested in following the molecular biology degree program. What is the procedure within the 4 years?
Okay, so you can, because molecular biology research-oriented degree, there are 6 places from the biological stream as well. So just like I told earlier, for the industry-oriented program, you have to follow certain courses. So for example, I think you have to follow CH 2013, which is a compulsory course that is checked for the molecular biology and biochemistry honors degree program. So if you follow that, and then you will get, if you get eligible and you have high marks, you will get selected. So you have 6 positions from the biological science stream.
Will the 29th academic also start for those who selected from the vacancy round?
Answer is yes.
Where can I get the semester breakdown for the first 2 years?
It's in the handbook. And also we prepare an academic calendar and a timetable. So those timetable we are at the moment organizing the timetable, but academic calendar is already in the web. So you can go through the academic calendar and get to know exactly when you are getting holidays for the semester break and when you are getting holidays for the new year, Christmas and all that. Whole year is programmed.
Sir, madam, this is a frequent question that has been asked from the students. It is that should we have to come with our parents for the inaugural ceremony?
We do not expect you to come with students for with the parents for the inaugural ceremony. I can remember that of course this is I'm talking about maybe 40 years back. The year that I wanted to come here, my parents asked whether they should come. I said not to come. I came for the program. So but it's not necessary come for the program, but generally what happens is that especially parents, those who are coming from maybe faraway places, parents may want to come here, but we are not expecting the parents to come here. And this program we have organized inaugural program only for the students. So we thought if the parents have any question today, they can ask us, or next couple of days programs, because it's online, they can always ask us. And there's nothing to worry about, but some parents we know that they will come with their students and wait for the wait and go back, but that's not necessary.
Okay, the next question is, do 3-year degree student also get internship?
Yes, there is an option. For that, you need to complete a particular EC course. Only those who have followed that particular EC course will get a chance to do the internship, and that is handled by the Career Guidance Unit, CGU. Okay? Yeah, so there will be a session conducted by the CGU also. So please focus on that aspect at the meeting, and you can ask any questions. So see, it depends on whatever your plan is, on a research degree or 3-year degree or whatever degree, you have to look for requirements to do that particular program from the year level 1 itself, right? So even for an internship, for a 3-year, the faculty has taken trouble to provide it, but you need to fulfill certain other requirements. So you better, that's why it's very important that you follow the faculty handbook very, very carefully.
Is there any way that a biology student can convert to physical sciences after showing eligibility and having necessary mathematical knowledge?
That's a difficult question, but in the past it has happened. Now, for example, I can remember 2 cases. If a biology student wanted to do physical science, then you need to show that you have mathematical abilities. So in the past, I can remember one student, mathematics department, they organized a special paper, and he sat for that paper, and he got the required marks, and we allowed to switch from biology to physical science. There was another case I can remember. He had those days, I think maybe 3 years or 4 years time, but second time he sat for the maths and he got this. So there wasn't any issue. So basically, if you can show that you have mathematical ability, that is required to follow physical science stream, because in Colombo, applied mathematics is a compulsory subject for physical science, then we can allow. But very rarely.
AM is there for biological science.
Yes. So now you can explain that to us. That is for biology.
Yes, so certain biological science honors degrees, you have to do AM, applied science basic courses. I think for all the biological students also there's AM 1108 is a course you will learn applied mathematics.
Yeah, but Hashendra is saying is that now even if you do biology, certain amount of mathematics is required after A levels. So we have organized maths course for biology students, so you are supposed to follow it. But that doesn't mean that by doing it you can switch to physical science. That's a separate question. But even if you are doing biology, if you do certain specialized subjects, you need to have that maths knowledge. Because of that, all the students are supposed to do the mathematics for biology student course in the first year. You can look at your handbook and see.
When will our course registration period start?
Course registration, we can allow maybe this week itself, we can open for the course registration. So we will keep it for 2 weeks. If you want to make any changes, once you register, you can do the changes. And also you might want to meet some of the academic advisors next week and finalize what courses you want to do. Because the registration we will activate, because without registering you can't follow definitely some of the online courses. For example, you will find it difficult to follow because you won't have access to lecture material and all that unless you are registered for that particular course. So registration we will activate by, let's say, Wednesday. We can activate the registration.
How to follow astronomy as I am a biological science student?
astronomy is offered by the physics department. So that's coming under physical sciences in the first year now. If you are interested in following astronomy, what you can do is if that particular slot is, if you are free during the timetable, you can actually go and follow the course, but there's an option called audit, that's not in the handbook mainly, but you can follow that course for your interest. But you cannot use that as a credit requirement for your degree. Yes, there's a astronomical society. One suggestion, that's a good suggestion. You can actually join the society and work with them so that you can learn about astronomy, especially they have observational camps, night camps and things like that. So there's a Thursday, I believe a lot of societies will, that day we have organized various videos they are related to societies. You can look at those videos. Plus when you are here on next Monday, you can actually, we will give you a chance for you to go and meet the societies. You can talk to them. So you can learn a lot of astronomy by working with the society.
As an ISMF student, is it possible to choose nuclear science as a subject?
I'm not sure. I think nuclear science may not be offered for IES stream. You can look at the handbook. If the handbook, if it is not there, you cannot do that. I think it is offered only for 5 combination in physical science and biological science students only.
Can you tell us about the job opportunities that we can get after completing the honors degree?
Yeah, so now if you look at the degree program, there are 3 types of degrees as Dr. Dillari explained. One is a 3-year general degree. Other 2 are honors degree program, 4-year degree programs. There are
21 honors.
Yeah, there are
Research honors, 21 programs.
including industry.
Industry, 9.
So there are 21 research-oriented programs plus 9 industry-oriented programs. Normally, research programs we have designed in such a way that you can actually do these programs and go for higher studies. For example, if you are interested in doing a research degree abroad, like a PhD or a master's degree, we encourage you to do a 4-year degree. And then the industry-oriented programs, they are designed for to cater to industries in Sri Lanka plus abroad. For example, there is a degree called IT and Electronics that is designed for you to go for IT industry or the electronic industry. So those are industry-oriented programs. That doesn't mean that all those who are doing honors degrees, any of the students can apply abroad and go and do a higher degree, but research degrees are specially designed for you to do a academic or research as a career. Then a 3-year degree also we have. 3-year degrees, honors degrees are competitive. We take only roughly 80% of the students can do honors degrees, but if you are not doing academically well in the first 2 years, you won't be able to get selected for honors degree. Then you have to do a 3-year degree. So 3-year degrees we give only 1 degree, but not specialization within that. But whatever the subjects you are interested in, you can actually study. But 3-year degree, I believe there are options to do a lot of IT, because if you look at today job market, a lot of jobs are available in IT, and the employment opportunities are better, your salary is better in the IT industry. So there are a lot of opportunities here, but you have to decide what you want to do. So during the subject talks, the next 2 days, you can actually ask the same question, what kind of job opportunities are available in those disciplines. For example, recently we introduced a statistics data science degree, and there are a lot of opportunities available in data science area. Maybe Sri Lanka not yet developed up to a certain level, but outside the scope is better than even IT. But in Sri Lanka, data scientists are they are looking for, and so they are already developing. We have already introduced the program in Colombo.
Sir and Madam, there's another frequent question that we have received, that is there any specific dress code that we must follow when coming to the university?
No, there is no specific dress code. Yeah. I have seen in the past sometimes senior student may ask you, I have seen in other universities also, have a white shirt and black trousers and bare shoes, things like that. But we don't have a dress code like that officially. You can wear anything decent is fine. And but I think you can come and see first day, so there's no specific dress code for us. You can tell that also.
Okay, so just one thing to add, if you are following labs, especially like chemistry laboratories, there are safety requirements. So we will ask you to wear lab coats and have closed-toe shoes like that for safety purposes. Otherwise, there's no such dress code for lectures. But for practicals, if you are doing chemistry labs, you will need that lab coats and the safety requirements.
If I choose P2 combination, can I select for the Science and Management special degree?
Yes. Yes, Science and Management industry-oriented honors degree program is open for both biological, all 4 streams, depending on whether you have achieved the 2.5 minimum overall coming from first 2 years, and also it will depend on merit because they take only 30 students to follow the degree program. So the best 30 out of those who have applied will be chosen for the degree program.
So special degree normally requirements are there. What we do is end of the second year we we display the lists for those who are eligible for different special degrees. Then you can actually request for whatever the special degree you like. Then based on the merit, we select the student. Let's say if you are 40 students are asking for 1 degree, but if you can take 30, we take only first 30.
I have been selected to the molecular biology and biochemistry stream. Is there any chance to do any special degree in another department apart from the Department of Chemistry?
No, you are not selected for anything. You can only select either chemistry or biochemistry and molecular biology. But if there are vacancies in the other department, then you can, yes, you might get a chance, but it's not given to you as a first choice, like the first chance. If there are vacancies in the other special degrees that are remaining after the BSc students are taken in, then you will get a chance. Otherwise, no, you are only limited to chemistry and molecular biology and biochemistry.
Next question is, does university has exchange programs with other countries?
Yeah, that's problem is that that is connected to finances also. Like if you are sending some student abroad, we should be able to accept students coming from abroad and support them, or the vice versa. So we don't have exchange program at the moment, but we used to have a program with QUT. That the Australian one, they did certain credits. One of the Australian universities, we had a program. They are not exchange program like students from QUT did not come here, but our students could go there and earn certain number of credits for that. So we had a program, small number of credits. So that type of programs. Actually, recently we find that a lot of universities are coming here and offering various options for us. So we are looking at options like that, where if there's no financial burden for us, if the students are willing to go to a foreign country and get certain number of credits, yes, that can be allowed. And there was a offer from US University, Georgia State University, where students can, after second year, student can go to US and study there, but we didn't encourage it, because then students have to leave this degree program. But if they are willing to do it for like 3-year degree students to go and do 1-year degree there, then we may be able to allow that. So there are options available, but we don't have a like official level many options for these programs. But we can look into that, because by the time you come here, and you will be another 2 years time only, you will be eligible for anything like that. So there's time.
Is it possible for us to get hostels in the second year if I won't get my chance of selecting to the hostels in this year?
Hostels are quite difficult, because if you look at whole of physical sciences, we have 2,500 students, and I believe we have hostels for only for 150 students, 152. Yeah, so that is based on income and your location. So we are not handling it. It's a student welfare branch is handling it. Be chances if the hostels, if they increase the number of hostel facilities, even if you don't get in the first year, you might get in the second year. But it is I think if you don't get in the first year, but you need to realize is that you are not in that eligible category. So don't expect hostels in the second year. It will be difficult.
Can we continue our higher studies as we have selected for an industry-oriented degree?
Yes, now in our faculty, we already have about 150 and following research degrees like research degrees like MPhils and PhDs. Also, we have about maybe 300 So anything about BSc, requirement is the BS. It doesn't matter whether you're doing industry or the 3-year degree or even there is a 4-year research degree. So all 3 programs, if you get a BSc degree, you are eligible to apply for a higher studies. So even locally or normally, if you do a 4-year degree, the chances are better if you do a 4-year degree, do higher studies.
Can we follow the courses at UCSC in our free time as a Faculty of Science student?
You won't have free time to follow additional courses from UCSC, but first 2 years, computer science courses are all taught by the UCSC. So you get computer science courses. So you are coming here to do a science degree, not to do a IT degree. But in the 3rd and 4th year, if you want, you can divert into more IT based or focused degrees. So that option is already given here. But the first 2 year CS courses are taught by the UCSC, plus 3rd and 4th year, some of the special degrees, they offer courses relevant to that particular degree. Then also you can select those courses. So options are given in the handbook. You can go through it and see. If the course code is CS courses all offered by the UC. If the course code is IT, we bring the industry expert often to do the to lecture for those courses. So CS courses are all offered by the UCSC.
Is all lectures of mathematics department held online?
Yeah, I think AM core courses we have most probably about some courses about 400 students are sitting for those courses, 300 to 400. So first 2 years most probably we may have to do core courses online because of the facilities we have. That's only for the AM. But if you look at PM now, last semester we had many courses from mathematics offered online because of the situation in the country, but this year it is much better. Now PM courses we will offer physically, unless there are large number of students like IS stream and science stream both are doing. Courses are offered physically. So I think first 2 years you might find 2 AM courses plus 1 PM course will be offered online on Fridays.
What are the qualifications that we should possess in order to apply for scholarships?
Scholarships, they have different conditions. So depends on the scholarship you are applying for. So when the scholarships are available, we can make available the guideline. So if you are eligible under given criteria, you can apply. So it depends on the scholarship you are applying for. Some of the scholarships, like some of the students who really need financial support, we have also. So sometimes we find a person who could actually support that particular student throughout the university life. So if they are doing a 4-year degree, the donor will support for 4 years, but it's a small amount, most probably for a month, like 5,000 rupees to maybe for you to use for food and other things. But it's not a big support, but still there are well-wishers available. Those who graduate from Colombo University and doing well outside, they are always willing to help. So we can find donors like that. So those things you have to come specially to us and talk to us. But otherwise, normal scholarships like some foundation, they offer, like recently they offered 1,000 scholarships for the whole university. Then there was another one, science faculty, they were offering 15 scholarships for students. So their conditions are different. Then when we advertise, you can apply.
Can we appeal for the hostel, and if there is, how can we do it?
Could you repeat it again?
Can we appeal for the hostel, and if there is a procedure, how can we do it?
You can always appeal. Basically, you can give a letter to the Dean's office addressed to the Student Welfare Branch. Then I can endorse it. But it's all up to the Student Welfare Branch to look at it and decide. Already I found a couple of letters students are applying.
Please explain the future path in IS and MF students.
Yes, sir.
MF student.
Okay, so industrial statistics and financial mathematics. It is conducted by the Department of Statistics and Department of Mathematics. Okay, so they basically follow math and financial mathematics, industrial statistics, core statistics and core math, and management science. Okay, so after the second year, they can get diverted to either the financial mathematics direction or the industrial statistics direction. Okay, so there are a lot of opportunities in both these areas, or maybe combined areas as you wish. So I think maybe it is a bit too early for you to think about the path, because when you're following also you might get passionate to do stats or might get passionate to do financial math. There are lots of opportunities available outside. So I can't specifically mention one profession as such, but there are various opportunities to slightly different directions, I must say.
I think you can think about banking sector, for example, and actuarial science, so insurance industry. So I think Sri Lanka, we don't have many qualified actuarialists. So there are a lot of opportunities available in that area, and they are highly paid jobs. But recently we have realized that some of the students doing industrial statistics stream, they are very good in mathematics. So we have even opened the special certain quota is there now. So your batch that will be available. So if you want to go into math special, you can do that also. But in addition to that, number of special degrees, the opportunities are there. You can read the handbook and see. And so the scope is there because you do math statistics, which are two popular ones for a number of industries, and the management.
This is about the enhancement courses. Should we take 4 credits in each year, or are the 4 credits for the entire 4-year duration?
Your requirement is to get 4 credits for the degree. So if you take too many enhancement courses also, you will find it difficult to do. There's a separate side. Now some of the courses like the English, you can get 2 to 3 credits from the English program. So then we have a number of sports credits available. If you are good in sports, you can register for with the physical education department. You can register for the sports credits. You can do athletics, or you can go and do team sports event. So you can earn credits for that and get university colors if you do well. And those are useful for you to later get awards, because some awards we give actually when you do academic well plus extracurricular activities like sports and things like that. So there are opportunities available, but my suggestion is that don't take too many credits in a single year because they will find it difficult to cope up with academic work faster enhancement courses. But it is good to finish 4 credits within first 2 years. Then the third and fourth year you don't have to worry about it.
If we repeat some subjects in a semester examination, then can we be eligible for special degrees?
You are coming after a tough exam level, so don't think about repeating courses at the moment, but every year we find that some of the students repeat courses. One reason is that they don't focus on the degree. They try to do another degree program or another qualification they try to get and don't focus on the degree here, then they fail. So repeats we allow only bunch of now if you are going to do special degree, if you want to do honors degree, first year if you fail, second year you can repeat it. But if you fail a subject in the second year, there is no chance to repeat it. So that's the special degree you cannot repeat if you fail in the second year. First year if you repeat you can do it, but competition is high. If you repeat for the special degree, we take only a C as the grade. You can, even if you get an A grade, we will consider only a C for the special selection, so that it won't be unfair for other students. So because of that, if you fail a course, difficult to recover in certain areas where high competition is there. But if you miss an exam because of medical reasons, you can always apply for medical and sit as a first timer next year. So that is available.
When we are getting selected to a special degree program, there's a particular eligibility criteria that is given. Can we appeal if we are not selected to a special degree by a very small margin? Will there be a chance?
You can always appeal, but yeah. So if you take 30 students and if you are selected 30, then of course the appeal doesn't work, but you can appeal, yes.
Are there any space science research for your degrees?
We don't have space science related research here. I think if you look at space science, those things you need to think beyond BSc degree. Even if you go outside foreign country, you will find that basic sciences you need to know before doing space science to understand. So, but the science and technology is such that now with the STEM education, we are trying to teach students even from small days problem solving skills and things like that. But there are specialized areas like space science. You can actually get involved with an exhibition or a NASA program or things like that and learn about the space and other things. But I assume that you are talking about much higher level program where you want to really study space science program. There are hobby programs like maybe building nano satellites and things like that physics is doing. Maybe you can get involved in those things. But if you want to study space science, I would encourage you to learn science first properly, then you can actually learn anything you want in the future.
If Mahapola is unable to be applied, will we not be given the scholarships we are supposed to receive?
Could you tell it again?
If I'm unable to apply for Mahapola, will we not be given the scholarships we are supposed to receive?
So question is not very clear, but some of the students will get Mahapola. And so that doesn't mean that other scholarships you are eligible, you won't get. So if you are not eligible for Mahapola, still there are other scholarships you can apply. So maybe if Kumari, you want to answer that? Yeah, there are bursaries you can get. So all these things, welfare branch will take care of it. And but you need, when you are here, you can go and meet them and discuss with them what options available for you to apply.
හොඳයි. එම ගැටලුවත් සමගින් කොළඹ විශ්වවිද්‍යාලීය විද්‍යාපීඨයේ 2022-2023 අධ්‍යයන වර්ෂය සඳහා වන නම්නීකරණ වැඩසටහනේ ප්‍රථම අදියර නිමාව දකිනවා. එසේනම් ආරාධනා කර සිටිනවා ඔබ සියලු දෙනාටම හෙට දිනේ සිට ඉදිරියටත් මෙම නම්නීකරණ වැඩසටහනේ ඉදිරි පියවර සමගින් සම්බන්ධ වන ලෙසට. එසේනම් අද දිනට සමුගන්නම් මම ෆොස් මීඩියා වෙනුවෙන් ඔලිඳු එරංජ. ඔබ සියලු දෙනාටම සුබ දවසක්.
This brings the end of the first day of the orientation program of the new intake of the Faculty of Science, University of Colombo. Join with us tomorrow for the second session of the orientation program. Signing off, I'm Pumali Samarakon from FOSS Media, the official media unit of University of Colombo, Faculty of Science. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your help.
sign off වෙන්න පුළුවන් නේද?
නෑ මම මේක නෙමෙයි. ලැප් එක මාරු.
මේකේ තියෙනවා.